Welcome into sports. I'm Andrew Clare. It's Championship Saturday as Alabama is looking to capture its 25th championship and secure a spot in the college football playoff. Standing in the way is a familiar face, Jim McElwain, former Alabama offensive coordinator and now the Florida Gators head coach. This is the 8th time these two have matched up in the SEC championship, and Bama was looking to be the first repeat champion since Tennessee did so in 1997 and 98. Let's go to the highlights. Bama looking for their 4th win against the Gators in this championship game in Atlanta. Pick up the action in the first. Trayon Harris looking to scramble, but Reuben Foster tracks him down. Reuben was flying all over the field in this one. This would lead to this. Keith Holcomb, local Alabama product, comes up with the block. Bo Scarborough tries to save it in, but it does not count, and it's a safety. Alabama up 2-0 early. Kind of a baseball score there. In the second quarter, Florida, the special teams was not good to them on this game, but this play was different. Antonio Callaway, he goes 85 yards to the house. Look at him run there. Touchdown. 7-2 Gators in the second. But Alabama comes right back. Jay Coker, deep downfield, takes a shot, and it's a good one. Calvin Ridley in double coverage inside the 5. First down, Bama. It would lead to this. Derrick Henry punches himself into the end zone. He broke the SEC single season rushing record. Now Alabama in the third quarter. Jay Coker to Ardarius Stewart. What a catch in the end zone. Kind of like last week in Auburn, they would take a 22-7 lead. Now in the fourth, Alabama looking to add to that lead. Jake Coker finding, there he is, Richard Mullaney in the end zone. Great shot by our Zach Tigert. Alabama leading 29-7. They go on to win this one 29-15, and they go back-to-back. That's right, back-to-back repeat champions. Alabama onto the college football playoff. And now our Jenn Chapman is in Atlanta with this post-game analysis.
Welcome back to Atlanta, where the Tide have won back-to-back SEC championships for the first time in program history. And joining me now is WVUA 23's new sports anchor, Brandon Kamerman. Now, Brandon, the Tide got off to a pretty slow start offensively in the first quarter, but then they got things rolling.
They did get things rolling. I mean, they were winning 2-0 after that first period, but they only had 38 total yards heading into the second. Florida, meanwhile, had 83, outgaining them by 45 yards. But after that first period, Florida had 97 total yards, Alabama 399. It was complete domination following that first period for the rest of the game. And really what they said is they wore the other defense down, and that's been a theme of theirs throughout the season, wearing the opposing defense down. They did it today. That led them to the win, and we asked them afterwards about the importance of wearing the opposing defense down.
In the first half, teams are going to be, hyped up, ready to come out and stop the run, but, we just continue to do what we do and just keep pounding the ball, We know eventually they'll fold and we'll be able to break out some good runs.
Can you feel when you're out there? Can you feel the defense wearing down?
Yeah, definitely. You can see it in their eyes. You can tell in their body language. You can tell when they're wearing down.
Yeah, you can, because when you running routes and you see them, putting their hands on their hips and on their thighs and on their head, you like, all right, I got them. That's just more motivation for you to get better. Just keep going, keep your drive.
We just kept pounding the ball, kept relying on things that we've been doing all year, and finally we got some momentum, and it was a great win for us.
That's what we like to do. Just go and wear them out in the fourth quarter. But those guys, came in, play out with everything they had.
The Tide's offense wearing down Florida's defense, but Alabama's defense dominant, and that has been the theme the entire year. Another theme, we have heard this since SEC media days, the word finish. Nick Saban said yesterday that the legacy of this year's team is going to be left in the way that they finish. So I asked the players, after winning the SEC championship, what does the word finish mean to them now? And here's what they had to say.
Finish like we're going to go head on and on. We're going to keep trucking. And we're going to win the playoff.
That means that it's not done yet. We still have 2 more games to play, and we're looking forward to whoever we have to play.
One game at a time. Finish every day. Try to go through every practice to the best of your abilities, and whatever happens, let it be.
I mean, this is just another step on the way, to our ultimate goal. And, nobody's really satisfied with what we've done here yet. It's just it's good to take a breath before we start the playoffs, but you know, we still have a job to do.
Everybody has to finish, even the little break we have to when we, as a team, when we work out, we got to finish then too. And when it's time to prepare for the team, whoever we play, we got to finish and practice the right way and prepare. So it's going to be a very good task. So we got to come out with the right mindset.
Finish the game, finish the season, do everything right until it's over.
It's not going to be easy, but we got the guys in this room that can do it and make it happen. And we're not going to be satisfied till it's complete.
And we can't do coverage without our longtime sports director, WVUA 23's Gary Harris. Gary has been covering the Tide for 18 seasons, and that means he has seen all of Nick Saban's SEC championship games. Gary, how does this one rank up there?
Well, Jenn and Brandon, like you said, I've seen them all. In 2008, the heartbreaking loss to Florida, Nick Saban's first time, but that motivated them the next year, 2009, on their way to a 14-0 perfect season. 2012, the gut-wrencher that they won on the goal line when they stopped Georgia. 2014, of course, last year against Missouri. But I think this is the most special of all of them because, as you guys said earlier, Nick Saban had not lost a September game since his first year in 2007. They lost in September this year, the first SEC game. I'm not going to say I counted them out, but I thought, like everybody else, the odds would be long that they would even be on this field. And to bounce back, run the table, got a little lucky with Arkansas against Ole Miss, but took advantage of it, Jenn and Brandon. Got to this point, and clearly were the better team tonight. I give Florida a lot of credit for battling. That defense is top-notch. They hung in there, but Alabama outclassed them in the end. And now, you've been talking about finish. That's what's left. You know, last year they got to this point. They got into the college football playoff as the #1 seed, got taken care of by Ohio State, came up short. I'm interested to see if they can finish the drill, win the semifinal game, and then get to the championship game in Glendale, Arizona, and get the 4th national championship from Nick Saban. That's all that's left.
And this senior class, hearing from Reggie Ragland, Cyrus Jones today, just talking about how much this would mean to them. You've covered these guys. They have unfinished business out of everybody out of here, right?
They want it. They want it bad, and you can see it in their eyes, and you can hear it in their voices, and it's going to take a really good football team that plays well to beat this team.
All right, and one more thing we've got to touch on, Derrick Henry. Yes. He has just been phenomenal. You've seen Mark Ingram play, and he was the first Heisman winner. You think Derrick Henry's got it?
I'm striking the pose. He's going to be picking up the trophy next Saturday night in New York. That's my prediction.
There we go, and I think a lot of people are going with that as well. And now we're going to send things back to you, Andrew, for the entire team out here, Brandon Kamerman, Gary Harris, myself, Jenn Chapman. We are live in Atlanta, and now we're sending it back to you in Tuscaloosa.
Thanks, Jenn. Thanks, Gary, and thanks, Brandon. And also thank you to behind the scenes, Zach Taggart and Bradley Whittington. Some scores for you right now in other college football games going around the country. Everyone thought that Clemson was going to lose tonight to North Carolina. They're at 42-30 in the fourth quarter. Right now, USC, that game's a final. Stanford won 41-22 and won the Pac-12 championship. And also the big one right now going on, Iowa and Michigan State. Iowa's up 13-9 in the fourth quarter. That's a look at sports. We'll be back right after this.